All right. Good morning, everybody. Dr. Joseph here, Thursday, September 9th. We're looking at Bracket Challenge 1, the introduction. Previously, there's a video above here in the Gamma Slide slideshow where you have a video about painting the picture. This video is actually the one you should watch first because we have to do this part first, which is the claim. All right, so the claim comes in the thesis statement. So we have our paint the picture, and then we have our thesis statement. And in any thesis statement, you need two things. You need your claim, which is what you believe, what side are you on, and you need your reason or reasons, which is what are you using to support that. Okay, so down here, you'll see an example that I'm going to be using throughout to kind of show you the claim, the reasons combining into the thesis statement. So it reads, "It is my contention that participation awards are needed because kids exceed expectations academically and physically, and children also feel as though they have accomplished something and can reach their goals." Now, I didn't come up with this out of thin air. All right, but let me take you through it. First is the claim, and that's this first part. "It is my contention that participation awards are needed because," stop there, that's your claim. "I think they're needed." You're going to put in your opinion, right? So if you're for, it might say something like that. If you're against, it might, just be switched a little bit because you're against them. So here's my claim. Simple, right? Just that part. Now, when you word the claim, you want to stay away from, "I think participation awards are bad." You want to increase the vocabulary. You want to make it sound a bit more official. You want to stay away from too much emotion. Some kids in sixth grade get really caught up in, "I think participation awards are an absolutely horrible idea." Too much, right? If you want to be credible in an argument, it's important that your claim stays clear, but not too emotional. Let's go down to the reasons. Now, in period 1, 2, you only need one reason. In period 3, 4, 5, and 6, you need two. These reasons didn't come from me. They didn't come from my parents, my wife, my kids. They didn't come from my neighbor. They didn't come from anybody else other than facts, data, expert opinion. Okay. I got these two reasons to support this claim from the internet. Okay. My first reason, kids exceed expectations academically and physically. My second reason, children also feel as though they have accomplished something and can reach their goals. I think these are two benefits of participation awards. That's because I'm for them, right? Now, where did I get those? Simple. You go to Google, you type in, "Why are participation awards good?" You see what you can come up with. All right, so let me kind of take you through that process quickly here. All right, let me hide this. All right, ready? So why are participation awards good? So once I type that in, I'm not using this up here, okay? Unless I go to the link itself, which I can. I'm going to scroll down through here. And what I'm looking for is I don't want Reddit. I don't want Google Forums. I don't want a blog. I want to find reliable information. For instance, Psychology Today is a really popular, accredited website, magazine. It's a great source for information. And it's a good source because we're dealing with people that have MDs in this field, right? So Candida Fink, this is a common one that kids use. When I click on her, you're going to learn about her over here. Okay. And what this tells me is when you read through this, I'll summarize for you, is that this person's been practicing psychiatry for a long time, right? She has her medical degree in it. She has all this experience in it. This is someone that I could trust over my neighbor, over my t-ball coach, right? This is someone that when I read about it, looks pretty good. Now, when I scroll through here, I got to find some reasons to support my idea. Let's see. Children know that participation trophies aren't the same as winning first place. Okay, I kind of like that one. That's going to go against what kids would say on the other side, which is, well, then they feel like they also won. Candida Fink saying, no, kids understand they didn't win, but they do like being rewarded. Children's lives are already full of competition. We don't have to load them up with more. Interesting point. Okay. Celebrating children's participation, regardless of success or failure, protects children's emotional health. I really like this one. Okay, I like this one. Okay, now, so my next job is this. I need to read through. I can't just copy and paste this and go, "I'm going to use that one." I need to go read and find it. So as you would read through this, right, here's that first point. Let's scroll down and find that point I was excited about. Was it that one? Might be this one. Children aren't just little adults. Young children aren't developmentally ready to face the adult world of competition and winning and losing. This notion treats children as if their brains and bodies are those of little adults, but child development science shows this idea to be wrong, even dangerous. What a great, wow. I could use this as cited text later because that's pretty powerful. The idea that kids must be treated as adults to be ready for the real world is a trope that often comes from the same voices who find the idea of compassion and empathy, the parenting to be soft or even feminizing, and who want to use strength and power as the measure of a child's success. This system designates winners and losers in a race that doesn't acknowledge that the starting lines are rigged in favor of some kids and rigged to exclude and demean others. Participation trophies are protective of children's emotional health by giving them soft places to land in the rocky terrain that is childhood. Kids deserve kindness and grace from the adults in their lives. They deserve to know that they have inherent value and worth no matter what they achieve or produce. So I'm a believer in this. I'm on the side of participation awards. And so this information from an MD in the field tells me that, hey, this is really powerful in an argument. I'm trying to win the argument with facts and expert opinion. I have that right here. And so when I go back to my organizer, right, I could put that in here. Let's say I want to change this one out. You know what? I found this one from Candida Fink. I want to put that in and change that one. Boom. It protects a child's emotional health. So come back to here, and let's say I want to paste that in there, right? So I've changed my second reason because I read something, ooh, that's even more powerful. I want to put that in there. Let's say I'm going to keep this one. Really, the goal here is to show you how reading is what you need to be doing here. All right, now when I go down here, League Apps, a blog. Ugh. Melissa Wicks. Who is that? Melissa Wicks. No, that's not going to help me. Let's scroll down. Now, I don't know who Melissa Wicks is. Doesn't seem very reliable, right? Let's scroll through. What is it? Participation boost self-esteem. When you look in here, okay, admit it, it feels good when the spin instructor calls your name and says you're doing a great job, even if you're not. The encouragement keeps you coming back. The participation trophy has the potential to have the same effect on kids. Participation trophies acknowledge and celebrate what it takes to show up and commit, which boosts the child's self-esteem. All that's great. Here's the problem. According to who? According to Melissa Wicks? Now, I'm on the side of participation trophies. I really wish I could use that. I believe her, but who is she, right? I can't use that. I can't use that. I've got to move on to something else. So the point here, everybody, is whether you're for or against, you got to go out there and read. You got to go out there and read, and you have to find things like from Psychology Today and not League Apps where you're being supported by facts and data. Okay, so that's this video on your claim and your reasons. Period 3, 4, 5, 6. You need 2 reasons, which are based in um, facts, data, or expert opinion. Period 1, 2. You just need 1 reason to support your claim. My claim is participation awards are needed. Maybe yours is that they're not needed. That's up to you. Get after it.